I want to talk to you about this acronym that we have in the law. We have a certain way of doing things, and one of the things that we do in the law is we follow this PEACE acronym, which is kind of cool. I'm one of those lawyers who doesn't think that families should be fighting. So I like the idea that we follow in the law. It's what the judges do. It's what the other attorneys do. Everybody in the family law system here in the Tri-County area, we all follow this acronym, PEACE. And PEACE stands for parental responsibility. It's the first thing that we look at in your case. So we want to establish parental responsibility and make sure that's taken care of, and that's the priority in your case. Then once we have parental responsibility established and we've looked at some time sharing in your case, then we're going to go ahead and look at equitable distribution, and that's the E in PEACE. So we look at equitable distribution and we look at how we're going to divide up your assets and your liabilities, and it's a 50-50 proposition. And then when we're done looking at equitable distribution, then we're going to look at your alimony provisions. So if you're in a situation that entitles you to alimony, there's a whole need and ability analysis that has to be done. If alimony is present in your case, we will do that, but not before we have done parental responsibility and then we've done equitable distribution. So the next thing in your case would be the alimony. And once we've looked at alimony, then we look at child support. You know, one of those questions that people always ask me is, how much am I going to get? How much am I going to get? How much am I going to get? And my response to them is, hey, we have to do parental responsibility first. We've got to do time sharing first. We've got to look at the equitable distribution. And that's one of those things that I always encourage with my clients. Equitable distribution and alimony makes sense, but I try to make sure I get those two issues resolved together because they kind of have a tandem role. And now you can see through this acronym of PEACE that they are in tandem, and it's how we do things. So I wouldn't do one without the other, and then making sure that you do them in that order. And then, of course, we have parental responsibility, we have equitable distribution, we have alimony, we have child support, and E is for everything else. So anything else that you have present in your case, we'll get to that. And one of the things under the E is attorney's fees. People are always asking me, hey, how am I going to pay for this? And there's a lot of ways to do it in terms of trying to recover the fees that you're paying to your attorney, and or their attorney isn't always an option. But it's the last thing that we get to. So just know that when you're doing your case, this is how we prioritize under family law in the Tri-County area, is through this acronym called PEACE. So parental responsibility, equitable distribution, alimony, child support, everything else. And that's how we follow everything in the law, is under this PEACE provision. So thanks.